specific. And let's say that econometrics is definitely something specific. The model proposes a specific mathematical relationship between the dependent variable and the explanatory variables, on which, unfortunately, economic theory is usually silent. Oh yes, it's usually like that. It sounds like a little bit too of an emotional argument for a mathematical word, but it's quite true. The economic theory is just not taking that point into loud voice, that to say, just metaphorically speaking. And the model proposes this specific mathematical relationship, as you can see, just between two specific factors, in this case the dependent variable and the explanatory variable. Okay, those two concepts, that's a better way to say. And remember that econometrics is very detail oriented. Okay, it's not something that you will be seeing like very generic, or stuff has to be always uncertain. No, nothing of that. In fact, in terms of econometrics, if there is something that you will have to see a lot, is specific little detail thingies. Okay, like, so you can see that it's a work of learning lot of minimal details. Okay, so in terms of numbers, it does help that you get not only little parts, but the minimal little smallest of the very small parts. Okay, now let's talk about it. This capsule is a very cool name, right? And yes, the capsule. Why you need to learn? Well, let's see it. Capsule is represents all. Now let's see something here. The capsule represents all determinants of the dependent variable that cannot be accounted for. Alright, it does help to understand that when it comes to the capsule, it's a little hard to pronounce name, represents all the determinants of the dependent variable. And yes, it is true that they cannot be accounted for, and you need to consider also something here, and this is because of either the complexity of the data or its absence. Well, yeah, it does happen like that, and you do not forget that the capsule is a very important part of what you are actually doing in terms of econometrics. So you have learned some concepts so far. It does help to practice a little of the definitions, and remember that it does help to see that this is a very practical sort of knowledge, and remember it's important to take also the theory. Alright?